Hello guys, welcome to my channel J Physics. Now we are going to learn Newton's law of motion. There are three laws of a Newton's law. Here is an Isaac Newton's photograph. Now let's get started with our first law of motion. It is also called as a law of inertia. Now what is a first law of motion? A body at rest will remain at a rest. Suppose a ball is placed on a ground, it will stay at a rest position until there is a force applied on a body. It will rest until anybody will apply the force, then it will get displaced. So there is when a body and a body in a motion will remain in motion unless it is acted upon by an external force. Now here we studied, first we have visualize that man is applying a force on that body and it will get displaced. This is the first law of motion. When a body is placed on a ground, it will when we doesn't apply any force on it, it will be at that point, at that instant, it will be a rest position. Now the man applies a force, then it will get displaced. This is what Newton wanted to explain to all of us. Here are two examples of Newton's first law. A ball rolling on a ground, it will rolls up to that doesn't there is no resistance force is applied. Ball is rolling on the ground, it will be that position. So if there is no external force, then we couldn't stop the ball. And second was an object placed on a plane surface, it will be in rest position until we doesn't apply any force. Now second law of motion, which is the force acting on an object is equal to the mass of that object times its acceleration. What it means, F is equal to mass into acceleration. Now let's look at this with example. Suppose this is in car. I do not have that much experience in drawing, so just assume that this is in car and this is in truck. Truck was huge, Now a same man applies a force on it. Which one will get accelerated more quickly? Obviously car will easily pushed by this man, and trucks needs to be a more manpower to displace by this position to this position. So what we learn from this, the mass is directly proportional to the force. Then the acceleration, the more you apply a force. Let's move forward to the Newton's third law. For every action there is equal and opposite reaction. Now take it an example. With the help of example you will get. Here we go. This is in rocket. Assume that this is a burning fire, which is due to the fuel on inside the rocket. What happens with this? It goes upward. It needs a fuel which burns out and gives a downward direction force. This gives a downward direction force, and this is opposite to that rocket movement. It will be affect that to it will give a speed that is opposite to the direction of this burning fuel, and the force exerted. There is two forces act on it. The one is on a downward direction, and this affects the rocket to move forward and upward direction. So this is an example of a Newton's third law. Now the second example was bouncing ball. What happens when we throw a ball on a ground, a bouncing ball that will goes it will return to a upward direction? What happens when we, if there is no reaction, then ball will get stick to the ground, but there is a reaction happens. Due to this forces, the bouncing ball can bounce. So these are the two examples of Newton's third law. Now I hope you would better idea of Newton's law of motion. Please do not forget to subscribe my channel and like this video.